Let's now shift to another important concept in programming, which is variables. What is a variable? Let's start with defining one. The way you define a variable is int and the name of the variable score. This is how you define a variable in C programming language. Actually, this is the way you declare variables in C, C++, and Java, and a lot of other programming languages as well. It's the type of the variable. It's basically, when I look at this particular thing, it's type of the variable followed by name of the variable and semicolon. So this is how you define variable. So type of the variable and the name. The type of the variable indicates what kind of value that you would want to store in a variable. That's, I want to store a number, and that's what int represents. Int is a short form for integer. Integer. I want to store an integer value. An integer value is something which is negative, minus 12, or it can be positive, which is 12 or plus 12, or it can be 0. So these kind of values you would want to store in the score variable. What is a variable? The variable is something which can change its value over a course of a program. When I say something is a variable, it means score is equal to 1 here, and at a later point score might be 2, and at a later point score might be 3. And this is what is a variable. A variable is something whose value can change over a period of course of execution of a program. At one point the value of score is 1, at another point the value of score is 2, at another point the value of score is 3. Whatever operator we are using, the is equal to in here, is called an assignment operator. This is called an assignment operator. An assignment operator is one of the most important things in programming. Even though it looks like is equal to, this is not score is equal to 1. The way you can read it is score is assigned a value 1. That's the best way to read this. Or 1 is assigned to score. Do not read as if its score is equal to 1. It does not mean these two are equal. Here, the is equal to which is used in here is called an assignment operator. So, two things we were discussing. One is variable. Variable is something whose value can change. So, over a period of program, the value of this particular score variable will change. First, it is 1, next 2, next 3. The best way to think about a variable is like some kind of a box. So the way I think about variable is some kind of a box, this kind. So variable is a box. In this box, you can have a specific type of value. What type did we declare for score? When we talk about score in here, score is a integer variable. Score is an integer variable, and when this particular score is assigned a value 1, the value inside the score box is 1. When I put 2 in the score box, the value becomes 2. When I put 3, the value is changed to 3. So that's basically how you can look at a variable. A variable is something which can house some value, but it can only store one value. What does basically mean is once score is 1, it becomes 1. Once I put a value of 2, it loses the earlier value of 1, it becomes 2. So the fact that score has a value of 1, it doesn't matter anymore. Right now score has a value 2. And next, when score is updated to 3, it is changed to 3. So a variable can store one value at a point in time. Let's go back and try something tricky. I want to print what value is present in the score using printf. So I want to see what is the value in score now using printf. How do I do that? The way I do that is by using, I want to print the value of score, right? Score colon, this is what I want to print, and I would want to print the value of whatever I want, whatever is in score in here. The way you can do that is by passing score value. So I have to put a comma, score. So that's first thing. Let's run this program. It is printing score value. So it's printing value and not the actual value of score. How do I tell printf to print the value of score? I would need to tell printf what type of value it is. So the way I would need to say that is percentage D. So D in printf stands for integer. I have to say percentage followed by something indicating the type. D indicates the fact that score is an integer. So I want to print an integer value. The way I do that is percentage followed by something indicating the type. The type is integer. Integer is represented in printf by D. So percentage D. Now let's run this program. Okay, that's perfect. So score and it's printing a value of this. Aha, where did the program get its value from? This particular value which is present here is called a garbage value. Since we did not assign any value to score, C assigned some garbage value to it. So if you don't assign something, be prepared to get some garbage from C language. Next, let's look at how to assign some value to a variable.